Hello, everybody. Good morning. I want to talk a little bit more about mental game. And I know I repeat a lot of this stuff, but that's how we learn. This is all training. All training. I had a guy comment on here the other day saying, you just keep saying the same stuff over and over again. That's right. That's right. That's how you train. I've used the example of high level athletes before. You think you go in and you do it one time and you reach that pinnacle, that top level? Of course not. It's the daily grind over and over and over again. And if you say something like that, or if that's the way you perceive this as just an annoying repetition, then you might as well move on because you really don't get it. You really don't get it. If you're here looking for me telling you, oh, it broke a line, it broke a trend line, it crossed a moving average, then please do yourself a favor, do me a favor, do the serious people on this site a favor, move on because you're not serious and you're never going to make it. Now, for those of you, and I have many students who, and I've said this before again, they're novices and they started off with my training and they're very, very successful. And that's because, and I think all of them probably to a T would tell you that the most important thing they have learned from me, the real value that I have provided to them, is the mental game aspect. They love the MMT, and the MMT to them is so logical and so understandable and so easy now to apply when viewing, the big picture macro situation. But the real thing that has given them the profit after profit after profit with no losses, none of them, okay, has been the mental game, the mental training. I think that's the real value that I provide. And again, those students who, have taken off now on a path of success, and there are a number of them, they will admit that that is the most important thing. We can have all different approaches. It's never about the approach. That's like, the guy who posted, these things are annoying. He's looking for when I'm going to tell him, to sell because it broke a trend line. I've said this in the past. Once you have the proper mental game, you can throw darts at a dartboard. I can throw darts at a dartboard and make money. No problem. I might not make a lot of money, not like, with the use of MMT and a true understanding of the monetary system and policy and all how that all interacts. But I could throw darts at a dartboard and make money. I have students now who have really picked up their mental game, and they use their own approaches. The MMT and the macro understanding is always there in the background, but they don't necessarily take every trade that I recommend. They have their own approaches, but applying the sharp mental game that they have, they use that and they profit. Okay? So, and by the way, that in itself is a concept in my mental game teaching. It's called the concept of alignment. Anyone who bought my Forex course, I talk about, the PADDT, patience, alignment, detachment, discipline, and trust. Alignment means trading or investing in a way that is aligned with your own personality. I've used this or I've explained this in the past. Like, I cannot be a momentum trader. In other words, some people like to do that. When the market makes new highs, that's when they buy. Or when the market makes new lows, or when a stock makes new lows, that's when they sell. To me, if I do that, it makes me very uncomfortable. I naturally feel comfortable buying when the price goes down and selling when the price goes up. And sure, I might be early on some trades, but that's no problem. There's no perfect method, okay? And those of you who are out there seeking a methodology that's going to carry you through to success, you're missing entirely the big picture. And the big picture, as I've said before, is all about the mental game. It's all about mastering you. There is no perfect system that is going to carry you to success. But any system will carry you to success if you have the proper mental game. So, am I going to continue repeating this? Absolutely. If you find this annoying or boring or not, the type of information you're looking for, then move on. Please, by all means, move on. But I guarantee you that you will not be successful, because until you understand that it's all about your frame of mind, it's all about mastering yourself, it has nothing to do with the strategy or the methodology that you use. That is really, really secondary. Until you realize that, then you're going to have a life of struggle, and eventually you'll give up, or you'll put your money in some, mutual fund, or you'll tinker around as a trader, more like a gambler, really just rolling the dice. I don't do that. I win every single time, because I combine the mental game, I combine the proper understanding, I combine the proper information. So, every day when you watch these videos, if they are repetitive, if they are rote, if they are, just a grueling thing to go through, that's part of the training. That's like any training that you would need to achieve a high level of performance, whether that's in athletics, whether that's in your education and your schooling. You got to study, right? You can't just read a paragraph and that's it. I know the stuff. You got to study. Athletics, same thing. You have to train every single day. Every single day. Maybe take a day off once in a while. That's what it's all about. I wish I could say, here's a magic pill. Here's the one video you got to listen to for 5 or 8 minutes, and it's all going to be good and fantastic. Here's the one book you got to read, right? Parrots, I read this in a book. Doesn't exist in a book. I'm sorry. Does not exist in a book. You got to go out and you have to train. And you will see, once your mental game is there, the profits will flow like never before. The profit making money will be secondary. You won't even be thinking about the market. And like I've said, every time that you have the opportunity to work on your mental game, and those times come at the stressful moments when you are trading. Remember, calm seas do not make great sailors. When times get tough and you're hanging on to some position maybe that's not working out very well, and you got to ride through, and there's media and there's commentary and there's all the idiot analysis who are saying things totally opposite from what your position is, that is a fantastic opportunity and a fantastic situation to be in. Relish that. Embrace that. Love that. Because you come out of that sharper, you come out of that stronger every time you go through something like that. That is the real thing you should be seeking. Not the easy trades that you put them on and boom, they go right to your objective without even one tick against you and you make a profit. Yeah, those are nice, but you know what? Those are kind of like winning the lotteries. It's the grinding out, it's the riding through, it's the management of tough situations. That's what makes you great. And when you get into that, instead of being scared, you got to just say, wow, this is fantastic. I am so happy to be in this situation. This gives me an opportunity to train and sharpen my mental game, and that's what it's all about. All right, see you guys later. Bye-bye.